On May 31st, 2002, my friends and I took a train ride aboard the Sunset Limited from Sanford to Pensacola. We waited for the Sunset, train P001, to arrive at the dilapidated Sanford Amtrak depot. This train was a red-headed stepchild since its inception in 1993. CSX treated it like a freight train, and a low-priority one at that. It seemed like no one wanted the Sunset. No one, that is, except the thousands of passengers who rode it and the crews who ran it. We finally departed around 4:30 p.m., 2.5 hours late already. Out the window, we passed the auto train yard, home to Amtrak's most prestigious train. This was 2002, and some of their motive power still wore dark blue with red pinstripes. My friend and I had seats assigned in coach, but we did not spend 1 second in them, preferring instead the Sightseer lounge car, one of Amtrak's coolest pieces of superliner equipment. The trip begins well as we roll up the old Atlantic coastline main, the A-line, crossing the Lake Monroe drawbridge, passing a Conrad Yelvington switcher and a cut of rock hoppers. Then pulling into DeLand, where a couple of newlyweds came aboard. They were going all the way.
California.
Really, what for?
First time?
How long are you going to take you to get there?
I think 3 days.
Wow.
We'll be there Wednesday.
The trip was still young. Passengers had not yet discovered the Sightseer Lounge, which was kind of nice. The bridges come up fast, and I almost missed this one. Buffalo Bluffs, crossing the St. Johns River.
On the Southwest Chief and
We slowed as we rolled up the hill into Palatka. Only a quick stop at the unique depot that still bears traits of its one-time dual role when it served the coastline and the FEC. As we pulled out of Palatka, we cracked open the Captain Morgan and settled back to take in the scenery. North of Palatka, the Sunset crossed the Rice Creek Draw, third of 4 drawbridges on our way to Jacksonville.
And the bridge to the...
That's the auto train on the radio, 1 block behind the Sunset. He dogged us all the way from Sanford to Jacksonville. The next landmark came at Orange Park and the private varnish yard. Jack Hurd's famous Georgia 300 was there, along with several others. We cleared Bostwick, West Ocoee, Solite, and Yukon. And then at milepost A639, we crossed the last drawbridge before Jack's. The locals call it the Ortega River, but the railroad, as railroads will do, stuck to the old name, McGirt's Creek. As we came onto the Jacksonville Terminal subdivision, we saw out the window an old friend pacing the Sunset on US 17. It was Big John Buckley in his tiny Geo Tracker. A minute later, we were winding through Dennis Street and the massive junction known as Beaver Street Tower. This is unquestionably the crossroads of Florida railroading, where the FEC and Norfolk Southern Main lines and CSX's A and S lines all converge. Nowhere else on the planet does this happen. The TTX railcar repair facility is to our east, and CSX's giant Moncrief Yard is to our west. In 2002, the Moncrief Yard Tower was still standing. So was Amtrak's road railer business. These cars were being readied to go on 92, the northbound Silver Star. We pulled into Amtrak Jacksonville, where we would meet John Buckley and pick up a new crew. Ahead lay dinner in the diner and the trip across the Florida Panhandle in darkness. This is Danny Harmon aboard the Sunset Limited, out.